I woke up on a Sunday morning and I saw this bird lying like this. Usually, when you see a bird showing this kind of behavior, the first line of action is to call the bird. In other words, it means you have to separate it from the rest of the flock in case there is something serious, so it will not be passed on to the other flock because you would not want to risk the fact of you losing all your birds. At this point in time, I would not really know what's wrong with the bed, and so I'm looking for clinical signs. The clinical signs I saw was that the bed was showing anorexia. It was being withdrawn, so it's just staying by itself. Doesn't want to eat. That's what anorexia means, okay? And then I'm looking for clues as to what could be the problem because as at that time they were already on Tylosin extra WSP, which is made up of Tylosin tartrate and doxycycline hyclate. The doxycycline is more like an antibiotic, a powerful antibiotic to, in case there's any microorganism, it could deal with that. While the tylosin tartrate is supposedly for chronic respiratory disease in case there is Mycoplasma gallisepticum. So, this were the drugs they were on. But why is it behaving like this? I wouldn't know. It could be while he's in this condition, he's refusing to eat or drink. That's the reason why he's not getting better. Okay, so how are we going to solve this situation? Usually, when you see a bird behave sick like this, it's a call to action for you to swing into action because if you don't do that, the bird could be close to death. Because usually birds try to hide their sicknesses so that they will not look vulnerable to the rest of the flock. So they always hide it. But when they cannot hide it any longer, you have to swing into action, which is why you're seeing me trying to make it get the medications directly. Okay, so I'm trying to get the solution of the tylosin, and then I had added coccidiostat to it so that the birds could, in case there is something like that. Because seeing from the poop rather, I realized that the bird had what was mainly milky, which is okay. That's the urate, and then I also saw from the coop that there's some cecal feces, okay, which is also okay, and then the rest part was watery, which is could be as a result of the high temperature, which is to tell you the birds are drinking more water. That was the reason why the feces has to look that way. But now, as you can see, after giving it special attention, the bird is eating well, trying to eat not very well. But we're just gonna keep monitoring to make sure that the bird eats very well as it should be. And then we had to look at the coop afterward. This like a day after is beginning to solidify like a normal coop. So you see this is just the intestinal poop. This is not a cecal poop. So we just have to monitor the birds for a while to see how it's going to behave, is going to improve. If it does, we say thank God, and then we can reintroduce it back to the flock. So for now, it has to be under special care, like more like an ICU. So that's where the bed is going to be for a couple of days. If it gets better, we'll now move it back to the main flock. So that's how you could take care of your birds if they have issues like this. See you some other time. And tell me if you could have done something a little bit different in the comment section. Ciao.